we're Chips and Salsa, and we're gonna show you our schedule.
Check it out. Hey, we're Chips and Salsa, two homeschool moms bringing you fun, practical, and encouraging tips.
If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
Today, we are going to show you our block schedules.
Yes, block schedules. That's something really tricky when you're homeschooling.
Well, schedules is pretty much something that changes like 3 times a year.
Seriously. Yeah, so with homeschooling, because of the flexible schedules that we're allowed, sometimes it's hard to like say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. And also, it's difficult because our kids are forever changing.
Oh yeah. So what worked last year just is not working this year.
Exactly. So we're showing you our block schedule for this year.
The
present. Yeah, because it doesn't even have to last the whole year. It could just be for, I don't know, 4 months.
Yeah.
Or however long it works. But it's working for me right now, and so that's what we're gonna share with you.
Yeah. We've been working on our routine, and then Ximena showed me the block schedule. I'm like, oh, that's kind of exactly what we're doing. We just didn't call it that. So,
well, you know, block schedule is a trendy word right now.
Yeah, but it's really a schedule with a routine built in together. Because sticking to a strict routine is virtually impossible.
It is.
You can't say from 9 to 9:15 we're going to eat breakfast, and then from 9:15 it never works.
Never works. Not with kids, and it's enough to drive you crazy if you do it that way. I mean, you will go insane, and you'll be yelling at your kids all day, and who wants that?
Yeah, you can't be a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
With your family.
With your
whistle.
The other thing too is you can't be a hermit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the sake of your schedule, because I find myself doing that. Like, I want to get everything done, and then we don't see the light of day. And
oh yeah, and then you're vitamin D deficient, and it's all bad from there.
And that is not what we want. So here is my block schedule. So we start off with a prep block, and in the prep block, we do everything that prepares us for the day. So that includes exercise, prayer, morning chores, cleaning your room, etc. All that stuff, which is awesome. Then we move on to our school block, and that is 5 hours. And that's just everything that we do in school. So later we'll do a video showing you exactly what our school block entails so that you can see how we do school every day. Next is our business block. So in our business block, I named it business block because it's taking care of business. And so what we do is we finish, you know, any homework, the kids finish homework that they didn't complete during school, which hopefully is not much. And they do their afternoon chores, and that's when I run errands or pay bills or things that I need to get done during the day. Next is our growth block. And so our growth block was inspired by our Genius Hour that we used to call it before. You actually inspired me to ask the kids, what are going to be your hobbies? You know, like have them do something, be purposeful about their time.
Yeah.
And so that brought on an idea for me to call it Genius Hour and to really ask them, what do you want to learn? Is it a second language? Do you want to get better at your piano playing skills?
Yes.
All of that. And so we allow an hour for that. And for me, that means like reading or, you know, anything that I want to grow in, which who has time to read when you're a mom? So that's when I really want to designate that time for myself.
Your own personal growth.
Exactly. And then we move on to our evening block, which is pretty flexible because it varies from day to day and from week to week. So as long as the kids are in bed by 9, I'm good.
I love that. I love all the nifty names. I mean, we just pretty much say, okay, you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do that. But it's
you're the one that inspires me with the nifty names. So
it's very similar. So in the morning, we're really trying to work with the kids to get a good morning routine. I have loved all of last year. I stuck to a morning routine, and it only got better, and the consistency really made me feel accomplished at the end of the year. So I'm trying to work with the kids to get a morning routine that they can stick with. And that's getting up, working out, spending time with the Lord, washing up, making your bed. And I know my one son, he wants to spend half an hour playing his instrument before breakfast before
Oh, wow.
school. Yeah, and then, after school he plays more, but he is determined to get better. And I love that.
Yeah.
So I want all the kids to get motivated about their morning routines. And so that's their prep block. And then school for us is about 5 hours as well. And then after school, I really need to think about the business block. I really like that idea because I don't really have a time when I do my business. I just kind of squeeze it in.
Well, and that's the thing, is that we try to squeeze it in during school hours sometimes, and then we end up getting frustrated when, the kids interrupt our business.
Yeah, very, very true. So, I'm gonna think about that. And then evenings for us is also just kind of rotates from week to week. It always looks a little different.
Yeah. Now, our kids are older, so that's why, like I said, we're able to tweak it this way. And now we're moving on to this phase where we're helping them become little adults, like you were saying. I mean, that's where we are.
Well, a few years ago, I was like, everybody's going to be independent and they're going to work on their own. And they just weren't ready.
No, they were not.
And I just ended up getting frustrated but I had to realize they're just not ready. But now they are.
Yeah.
They're middle schoolers and they are ready to work independently. And I don't need to be hovering over them all the time.
I know. Isn't that nice?
It's getting good, guys.
It is. Just wait. We want to share 3 tips with you on how to develop your schedule. It doesn't have to be a block schedule. It could be just a flow or whatever works for your family and your children's age groups. But tip number 1 is to work backwards. So develop a few goals, or if your kids are older like ours, have them develop their own goals and just help them, guide them along the way. And then you work backwards.
Yes.
How are we going to attain those goals? So you include a growth block or a business block or whatever it is that you want for your family. And that is how you develop that schedule.
Yeah, a big theme in our family the last couple of months has been, what is God putting in your heart for your future? And then beginning to work towards that, even as a young person, because who you are as a young person is who you're going to be when you grow up.
Absolutely.
Just with more responsibility. Yeah. So really helping the kids see that, hey, I'm training to be a grown-up.
And I feel like it gives them value too, as a child. Like, hey, like you said, I'm not gonna be a kid forever.
No.
So
tip number 2, you gotta be realistic though, and you gotta stay flexible, because literally from week to week can look completely different.
Yeah.
So yes, we have our blocks, yes, we have our routine, but sometimes it just needs to be shorter. School needs to be 3 hours this day, or and 7 hours another day.
Exactly. And the thing is, we're not dealing with robots. We're dealing with little humans. So they're not going to be motivated some days. We're not going to be motivated some days. And that's going to put some roadblocks in our schedule. Tip number 3 is use a timer. And really, I'm not very respectful of my timers. But they do give me a sense of time. Like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm flexible with the timer. So like if my son has 3 problems left, I'm like, okay, go ahead and finish it. I'm not gonna be like, stop, But the thing is, it helps just stay more or less on track.
Well, you don't even realize how quickly time flies sometimes. And so the timer really just helps you stay aware that the time is ticking away.
Does it happen to you where like you're starting math and you're like, okay, it's gonna be a great day, you have your coffee, and then like it's 4 o'clock. And you're like, how did this day get stolen? Maybe you went to Narnia. Exactly. We hope that you enjoyed these tips. Let us know in the comments, what kind of schedule do you have for your kids? What has worked for you in the past and what's working for you now?
Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends. Oh, and hit the like button.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye.